Today we will be working on the second 6 weeks review. Number 16. A science teacher bought 8 packs of batteries for a class experiment on electricity. She had 32 students in her science class. If there were 96 batteries in each pack, how many batteries did she buy? Our question is, if there were 96 batteries in each pack, how many batteries did she buy? So we need to circle information we need and cross out information we don't need. We want to know how many batteries did she buy. We know that she bought 8 packs of batteries. That's information that we need. And she had 32 students in her class. That's information we don't need because that doesn't have to do with how many batteries she bought. And there was 96 batteries in each pack. We need to know that. So if we want to know how many batteries she bought, we take 8 times 96. There's 96 batteries in each pack, and she bought 8 packs. So 8 times 96. 8 times 6 is 48. Regroup to 4. 8 times 9 is 72. Plus 4 is 76. So there were 768 batteries. There is no decimal, so we're not going to use the decimal places. So it's 768. Number 17. Jency is studying a list of words for school spelling bee. She has learned 154 words in 3 days. On the first day, she learned 58 words. On the second and third day, she learned the same amount of words. Which diagram shows a way to find W, the total number of words Jency learned on the third day? So we create our strip diagram. We know she learned 154 words in 3 days. So we make our 3 days. On the first day, she learned 58 words. And I know on the second and third day, she learned the same amount of words. We don't know that amount, so we put our variable there. Which diagram shows a way to find W, the number of words Jency learned on the third day. So we have to find a strip diagram that gives us our total, 154, 58, and second and third day should be the same amount of words. So we look at this one. This has our total 3 times. It cannot be that one. Again, this has our total twice. Total should be by itself. Can't be that one. So here we have our total by itself. 58 on the first day, and day 2 and day 3 would be the same. Here we have the total by itself, but it doesn't show the 58. So our answer would be C. Number 18. The list shows the amount of money Nick has saved from his paycheck in the last 3 months. He saved $533 the first month. He saved $478 the second month. He saved $425 the third month. Nick wants to save a total of $1,500 to buy a new laptop computer. What amount does Nick still need to save? Record your answers and fill in the bubbles. Be sure to use the correct place value. So he wants to save 1,500. Our question is, what amount does Nick still have to save? So we're going to add these 3 amounts to figure out how much money he has saved so far, and then we'll subtract from 1,500 to figure out how much money he still needs. So 533 plus 478. 8 plus 3 is 11. Regroup to 1. This is 10 and 1 more is 11. Regroup to 1. This is 9 and 1 more is 10. Now we have to add the 425. 1 plus 5 is 6. 1 plus 2 is 3. 4. 1. So so far he saved 1,436. He needs 1,500. So we go 1,500 and we subtract what he saved so far. That should give us how much he still needs. So I cannot subtract 6 from 0, so I would have to regroup from the hundreds place because I can't regroup from that 0. So that becomes 4, this becomes 10 tenths, and then regroup from those 10 tenths, it becomes 9 tenths, and this becomes 10 ones. 10 minus 6 is 4, 9 minus 3 is 6, 4 minus 4 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0, so he still needs $64. This does not have a decimal, so we do not use the decimal place values. So we go 64. Number 19, a gourmet popcorn shop sells 42 different flavors of popcorn. Every morning, they package 9 bags of flavored popcorn. What is the total number of popcorn bags they pack each morning? All right, so we know they sell, well, our question is, what is the total number of popcorn bags they pack each morning? We know that they sell 42 different flavors of popcorn. So 42 different flavors each morning. They pack 9 bags of each flavor. Pack 9 bags of each flavor. What is the total number of bags? So we have 42 flavors and they pack 9 bags of each. So we're going to multiply. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 4 is 36, plus 1 more is 37. So they package 378 bags of popcorn. Number 20. In the drawing below, which two lines appear to be perpendicular? Which two lines appear to be perpendicular? Perpendicular lines create a right angle. So we have to find a right angle. Remember, we can use Post-it note to find right angles, or we can look for that little square. So here I know there's a right angle here. This is obtuse angle and acute angle. That is acute angle. That it looks like an obtuse angle. This is an obtuse angle, that's an acute. So the only right angle is right here. So it would be line M and line W make this right angle. Line M and line W, they create perpendicular lines. They make a right angle. 21. These polygons belong in the same group. Which statement best describes the polygons in the group? A. Each polygon has at least 2 obtuse angles. This one has 2 obtuse angles right here. This one has 2 obtuse angles. This one only has 1 obtuse angle. So it can't be A. Each polygon is a parallelogram. Trapezoid is not a parallelogram. This one is not a parallelogram. Only the rhombus. Each polygon has at least 1 pair of parallel sides. This has 1 pair of parallel sides. This line and this line are parallel. This one has 2 sets of parallel lines. This one has 1 set of parallel lines. So they all at least have 1 pair of parallel lines. So this one might be our answer. Each polygon has at least 1 pair of perpendicular lines. Remember, perpendicular lines give us right angles. This has no right angles, and that one has no right angles. These has 2, so it can't be this one. Our answer is C. (22) Which figure appears to have more than 2 lines of symmetry? All right, so start with F. Remember, lines of symmetry, they have to, when I fold it in half, so I can try it this way. This half is congruent to that half. If I was to fold that in half, those two would meet. So if I can fold it that way, more than likely I can fold it this way. So that's two lines of symmetry. This side is symmetrical to that side. They're congruent. I can fold it diagonally. This side is congruent to that side. I can fold it this way. This side is congruent to that side. So this has four lines of symmetry. Let's look at G. G, I can fold it horizontally. This side is congruent to that side. I cannot fold it vertically because this side is not congruent to that side. They're not the same size, same shape. So this would not be a line of symmetry. I could try to fold it diagonally. I know this side is not congruent to that side, so those would not work. So G has only one line of symmetry. Let's look at H. I can fold it down this way. These two sides are congruent. I can fold it this way. And these two sides would be congruent. They'd be able to fold and match perfectly. Now I cannot fold it diagonally. Because this would end up somewhere over here, that would end up somewhere over here. So diagonally does not work. So this one has two lines of symmetry. Remember, which figure appears to have more than two lines of symmetry? So I can fold this one this way. That's one line of symmetry because these two are congruent. And if I fold them, they would match perfectly. I can fold this one that way. That's a line of symmetry. If I fold them, they would match perfectly. Now I can try to fold it this way. But when I tried to fold them, they were not going to match perfectly. So that this one only has two lines of symmetry. So the only one that has more than two lines of symmetry is F. 23. Xavier drew a figure in the sand on the beach. It had only one pair of parallel sides and two obtuse angles. Which figure could be the one that Xavier drew? So we're looking for one pair of parallel sides and two obtuse angles. So this is A, B, C, D. So A is a trapezoid. So if I draw a trapezoid, B is a parallelogram. C is a rectangle. And D is a square. All right, so we need one pair of parallel sides, only one pair of parallel sides, and two obtuse angles. So right away, I'm going to get rid of D and C because they don't have any obtuse angles. They're all right angles. So these two cannot be it. This one has two obtuse angles. There's one obtuse. And this one's obtuse. But it needs only one pair of parallel sides. This one has one pair. These two lines are parallel. And these two lines are parallel. So actually, this has two pairs of parallel sides. So B cannot be our answer because you only need one pair. So let's look at A. This is an obtuse angle. This is also obtuse angle. And it only has one pair of parallel sides. This side, this line and this line are parallel. So that's the only, these two are not parallel because they don't have the same distance apart. So my answer would be A, trapezoid. Number 24. In the diagram below, the line segments represent 4 parts of a charity walking trail to raise money for the local food bank. Use a ruler provided to measure the length of each line segment to the nearest centimeter. Which measurement is closest to the total length in centimeters of the walking trail shown in the diagram? So we're looking for the closest total length in centimeters for the walking trail shown in the diagram. All right, so we're going to use our ruler provided. Make sure it's on centimeters. You're measuring centimeters and not inches. So we start here. Remember, we'll start at the 0. And we're going to measure to the nearest centimeter. So that first one would be 14 centimeters. Then I measured this one going down. That would be 6 centimeters. Measure this one going across. It's 12.5, but we're measuring to the nearest centimeter, so it would be 13 centimeters. So here we go. This would be 6 centimeters. So now we know we're looking for the total length. So we know we have to add those. So if I know I'm going to add these, I know I can get rid of 14 right away because I have 14 right here. And I'm looking for the total length of the trail. I know I'm going to add all of them. So I know my total is going to be greater than 14. All right, so I know 14 plus 6 is 20. Plus 13 more, that's 33. And 6 more would be 39. So the nearest one would be 40. The closest total length. The closest total length would be 40. 25. Mrs. Kramer bought a large roll that contained 30 yards of aluminum foil. What is the length of the roll of aluminum foil in feet? So what they're asking us, what is the length of the roll of aluminum foil in feet? So we have 30 yards, and we want to know how many feet that is. So we look at our reference chart. We know that 1 yard equals 3 feet. 1 yard equals 3 feet. So we're going from a large unit of measure to a small unit of measure. I know I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to multiply 30 times 3. So we go 30 times 3. Or I can do it this way. 30 times 3 equals. You can go 3 times 3. Is 9. And then add the 0. 3 times 3 is 9. And then we add the 0 back here. So our answer would be 90 feet. P. '26. The picture below shows a city bus. Which measurement could best represent the length of the actual bus? All right, we'll start with F, 42 yards. 42 yards is about half a football field. Football field is 100 yards. So 42 yards is close to half a football field. And we know a bus would not be that wide or that long. So 42 yards would be a little too big for a bus. Right. G, 42 centimeters. 42 centimeters is a little bit more than a foot. So I know a bus is greater than a foot or 2 feet. 42 inches, that's a little bit more than a yard. I know buses are larger than 1 yard. 42 feet would be our best answer here. '27. Complete the frequency table, then answer question 27. The frequency table below shows the number of patients treated at Healthy Choice Medical Clinic during a 5-day period. Which number represents the patients seen on Tuesday? So on Tuesday, we want to know how many patients were seen on Tuesday. So we just count our tallies. That would give us our number seen on Tuesday. So we go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35 were seen on Tuesday. So our answer would be C, 35. '28. The frequency table shows the number of smoothies sold to a customer at Smoothie City during one afternoon. Which data set could the frequency table represent? So we're looking for which of these represents our data. I know all right, so these customers bought between 1 and 4 smoothies. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 customers bought between 1 and 4 smoothies. 5 customers bought between 5 and 8 smoothies. 3 customers bought between 9 and 12 smoothies. And 1 customer bought between 1 and 16 smoothies. So we have to have 8 numbers that are between 1 and 4. So we have a 1, that's between 1 and 4. Make a tally there. That's another 1, so you put another tally here. And 2 more 1s go on this side. Because the 1s are between 1 and 4. So now 2 are between 1 and 4, so 2 more tallies over here. So 1 tally, 2 tallies. Now 3 are between 1 and 4, so I go 2 more tallies. Now 4 are within this category, 1 and 4, so 2 more tallies for that one. So this set of data represents 10. We only need 8. So I know F cannot be our answer because this one represents 10 on this category and we only need 8. So let's try G. How many numbers are between 1 and 4? We have 1, 2. 2 is between 1 and 4, so it would be 1, 2, 3. 3 is between 1 and 4, so I go 4, 5. So this one only has 5 numbers between 1 and 4. We need 8. So G cannot be our answer, does not represent that data. Let's look at this one. We need 8 numbers that fit in this category of 1 through 4. So 1 fits in that category, 1 through 4. So 1, 2, 3. 2 is within that category, so we go 2 more tallies. Then 3 fits there, so we have 2 more. And 4. So this has 8 tallies. That goes with that data. So I need 5 here. So 5 is between 5 and 8. I have 2 5s, so I put 2 tallies. I have 2 6s, that goes between 5 and 8, so I put 2 more tallies. 7 is between that category, so I have 1 more tally. 9 doesn't fit there anymore, so we have 5. So far it's representing our data. So I need 3 between 9 and 12. 9 is in this category and 10 is in this category. So I can put 3 tallies there. Now 14 does not go with that category. So these two match 3. So this data is matching our frequency table. So 14 is between 13 and 16. So that's 1 tally here. That goes with our data. So our answer is going to be H. H represents this data.